Is a young sub-adult that's like come down the riverbank, and now to give this some context, I'm gonna pause this real quick. We've got a mom and cubs behind us that we're watching from about 50, 60 yards. There's a river to our right that we can't cross because we're gonna go over our waders if we do. This bear comes up to us, we're pinched. We have no choice but to stand our ground. Otherwise, I would have just backed away because that's preferable. If you can back away and just let a bear pass you, good on you. This bear is not actually even looking at me to start. It then becomes curious with us. So that kind of engagement is dangerous, and this could have escalated and could have charged and mauled us, and I was in front.
Get on out of here.
For the majority of this encounter, so probably would have hit me. So it looks at me, and I'm talking to it. A lot of people are like, why the baby talk? It's to make my clients feel better, partially. It's because at the end of the day, I want to start that engagement with the bear as soon as possible, and every step that bear gets closer, I get louder, so that it knows with increasing certainty that it is approaching my limit and I am becoming more aggressive.
That's the first thing that came to mind, is that you're building another line of communication.
Exactly, you know. So ears are forward, the bear's not really concerned, it's very curious. This is a young female sub-adult.
No closer. Huh! You get. Get behind me, put your arms in the air.
So cameraman puts the camera up, and then he asks me a really funny question as I say, like, get your hands in the air. He's like, hey, can I keep recording? I had no idea that he was recording before this. And I think you were working for Eric Salatan, who did a show called Life Below Zero for a long time.
What happened was you were guiding some friends who were staying at Eric's lodge where I was
That's
working.
right, it was the Amish gentlemen that were working on his house.
Yeah, and they were some really cool people.
They were
But
awesome.
What happened was they came back that afternoon, and I was working, I was kind of doing my own thing, and they came up to me and they were like, Sydney, we got charged by a bear. They were like, and Caleb saved us. This was my first summer in Alaska, so like, and the very beginning. So I'm very green.
You didn't really know what I did at that point.
No.
Like I've been the guide at our lodge, the Jake's Family Adventure Lodge, for a long time. So to me, this is normal. I lived out here for a long time. You know, my punishment when I got in trouble as a kid was you're gonna go spend a month in the field in a tent and eat Mountain House and MREs and ptarmigan that you catch and beat with a stick because your dad doesn't love you. But yeah, anyway, guys. So, how was your childhood? Mine was terrific. So, this guy turns the camera back and the bear's like engaging with the situation. Now, I false charge the bear and I see it back up a little bit and I'm like, okay, I'm chiseling away at this bear's confidence. This is the time to put the pressure on and run this bear off for good. That is pretty standard practice out here with young bears. They're not the most confident creatures in the world, and they will push your boundaries. And if you let them, they can become predatory and aggressive, or aggressive, right? Because aggression is really going to come from two places, just like it does with dogs, guys. You've got a dog that's driven by fear, which is called fear aggression, and then you have prey aggression, which is, you know, a dog that's driven by food motivation or just the desire to kill, right? And sometimes bears have that same thing. They're very opportunistic feeders. If you give them a reason to think that you're going to be easy prey, you're going to be a pile of bear shit someday. You know, that's just the way it is. So anyway, guys, much love from Grizzly Alaska. And if you guys want to see more content like this, drop a comment down below. If you guys didn't like this video, please drop a comment down below. Tell us why.